They said it would never happen. That the streets, the legends, the unspoken rules of hip-hop would never collide like this. But tonight, everything exploded. The internet is on fire, Twitter's melting down, and the hip-hop world has just witnessed the most chaotic, emotionally charged live showdown in recent memory. Jim Jones didn't just get called out. He got exposed. Uncle Murda, the man known for never biting his tongue, went live, then the moment he did, everything spiraled into madness. Within minutes. Legends were joining in, voices rising, accusations flying, and one name kept echoing through the digital smoke. Jim Jones. Insiders are calling it a full-blown betrayal, while others are saying it's a reckoning years in the making. Leaked DMIs, hidden recordings, old grudges resurrected. Fans are screaming, this can't be real. But it is. Every second of it is real, raw, and dangerously out of control. And now, new footage has surfaced clips that show what really went down behind the scenes. Who started it? Who crossed the line? Who's trying to cover it up right now as we speak? The truth is uglier than anyone imagined, and it's spreading fast. This isn't just a story, it's a digital war zone. Grab your seat, because what you're about to hear next will change the way you look at the game forever. It started with a single notification, a live stream. No one knew it would turn into digital chaos within seconds. Jim Jones was relaxing somewhere in Miami, sipping from a glass, when his phone began to vibrate uncontrollably. Mentions exploding. Tags flooding in. Yo, Murda's live. He's talking. That's all it said. But that was enough. Within minutes, half the industry tuned in. Uncle Murda wasn't just live, he was letting off. The screen flickered. The comments rushed in like a tidal wave, and Murda's voice cut through the noise. I'm tired of the fakes. I'm tired of the lies. And I'm done protecting people who don't deserve it. The crowd went crazy. Thousands watching, hearts pounding. The tone was pure venom. Not subliminals, not rumors, but names. Then he said it. Jim Jones. The live froze for a split second. Comments flooded. What? Nitrogen Way? This can't be real. Murda leaned forward, eyes cold. Yeah, I said it, Jim Jones. You've been out here playing with too many people's loyalty. You know what you did? The comments section exploded. Fans started screen recording instantly. Twitter threads popped up before the words even finished leaving his mouth. Then came the bombshell. I got receipts. Don't make me press play. That's when the chaos began. People begged him to show the proof. Others warned him to stop before it got uglier. But Murda just smiled. That half grin that said he knew something nobody else did. They thought I wouldn't say nothing. They thought the streets forgot. Nah, the streets remember everything. Seconds later, a distorted voice came through the speakers. A recording. Low quality, but unmistakable. Jim's voice. Talking about money, names, and what sounded like betrayal. Fans couldn't believe it. Is that real? That's Jim. Yo, this is crazy. The energy shifted. This wasn't clout chasing, this felt personal. Meanwhile, Jim's team was silent. To silent, no statements, no denials. Just eerie quiet across his socials. And that silence. It made everything worse. Bloggers started dissecting every syllable of the recording, claiming to hear coded messages. YouTubers went live, headlines flashing, Jim Jones exposed. Uncle Murda reveals secret tapes. Then another twist. One of Murda's close associates jumped in the live. His face half-hidden hoodie pulled up. He said only 5 words. Tell them what he did. Murda nodded slowly. You really want me to? The man laughed. They already know, bro. Just confirm it. The comment section turned into a battlefield. Fans loyal to Jim flooded in demanding proof. Others shouted that Murda was finally saying what everyone had been afraid to say for years. One viewer wrote, "This ain't just beef. This is a funeral for reputations." Murda finally leaned closer to the mic and whispered, y'all remember that summer in Atlanta? When the deal went left? Ask him who he left behind. The internet went nuclear. Within minutes, old footage from years ago resurfaced, shaky backstage clips, unseen interviews, throwaway comments that suddenly seemed to fit the puzzle. Threads connected the dots. Jim's silence was now deafening. Then, boom, a new live request popped up. A hip-hop legend, a name no one expected. Someone who had shared stages, made history, and built the foundation of what came before. The request was accepted and the live split in two. The legend appeared, shaking his head slowly, eyes full of disbelief. "Murda, you really doing this?" Murda replied without hesitation. "Somebody gotta," the legend sighed. "You know, once this door opens, it ain't closing again." Murda smirked. Too late. The world's already watching. That's when everything spiraled out of control. The legend didn't defend Jim. Instead, he confirmed the tension. He said, "I warned him. I told him stop playing with people's names. You can only hide behind loyalty for so long." The chat exploded. Fans screamed. Even he knows. Oh, it's over. This is insane. Suddenly, a fan dropped a link in the comments. A leaked group chat screenshot. Within minutes, the image went viral across Twitter and Instagram. It allegedly showed Jim talking reckless about his own circle. The same people who defended him countless times. Insults, dismissals, power plays, whether it was real or not, didn't matter. The narrative had shifted. Murda's followers called it proof. Jim's defenders screamed fake. The tension online turned electric. A digital storm of disbelief, betrayal, and rage. Then another live viewer joined in, a younger artist. Rising fast, someone who looked up to both men. His voice trembled. "Yo, I grew up on both of y'all, but this is breaking my heart." What happened to the unity? Murda stared at the camera. Unity. You can't have unity when one man keeps burning bridges behind closed doors. The legend nodded, almost sadly. He ain't lying. Fans couldn't breathe. They were watching the collapse of alliances live in real time. Murda dropped another cryptic bomb. And y'all ain't even seen the messages yet. The chat froze. Someone commented messages. Murda grinned. "Oh yeah, they're out there. Couple of them already hit a blog inbox. I know which one's dropping first." Twitter lost its mind. Screenshots started circulating from anonymous accounts, leaked DMIs, supposedly between Jim and industry insiders. Messages about backdoor deals, fake love, and name-dropping to sabotage others. It was too much, too fast, too real. People began tagging major outlets demanding responses. Jim's name was trending #1. Hashtags everywhere. Hashtag Jim Jones exposed. And now the entire hip-hop world was split down the middle. Loyalty versus truth, family versus exposure. Jim's team scrambled to control the narrative, deleting old posts, blocking accounts, and calling in favors. But it was too late. The genie was out of the bottle. Murda ended his live abruptly with a chilling promise. "Tomorrow, I drop the full audio. If you thought tonight was crazy, wait till you hear what he said when the cameras weren't rolling." Stream cut off. The world froze. Phones buzzed. Tweets flew. Fans screamed. Nobody knew what was real. But everyone knew one thing. The storm was far from over. And somewhere behind all the noise, a single text appeared on an anonymous account. Part 2 already in motion. The next day didn't start. It detonated. Every feed, every headline, every phone screen, Jim Jones' name was everywhere. Twitter threads were dissecting syllables like sacred texts. Instagram stories glowed red with reposts, while TikTok was already remixing clips from Murda's live into chaotic edits. People weren't just watching the drama. They were living it at 10:02 a.m. The mysterious account that had promised truth in 24 hours finally posted. A black screen. A countdown. Then a distorted voice. "You wanted proof? Here it is." A pause, then static. And suddenly, the audio hit. The first words were muffled. like a secret recorded in the dark. But then it became clear Jim's voice, laughing, mocking, talking about the same legends who had defended him for years. They old, bro. They just mad the game, don't love him no more. The tone wasn't playful, it was venomous. Within minutes, clips were everywhere. Influencers broke it down frame by frame, matching background noise to previous videos to prove authenticity. Others claimed they recognized another voice in the clip, someone from Jim's own team laughing along. The betrayal hit like a slap. Uncle Murda didn't waste a second. He went live again, this time calm to calm. "I told y'all," he said. You heard it from his own mouth? All that loyalty talk. Just smoke. The chat went wild. Fire emojis, expletives, disbelief. He really said that? It's over. This man buried himself. Then came the avalanche. Blogs dropped exclusive leaks. Screenshots of private group chats allegedly between Jim's crew showed panic. One message read, "We gotta spin this ASAP before it kills the brand." Another said, "Delete the files." People started accusing Jim's camp of scrubbing evidence. Accounts disappeared overnight. Old videos got deleted. The more they erased, the guiltier it looked. By noon, hashtag cancel Jim Jones was trending globally. But not everyone was against him. Some die-hard fans defended him like an army, claiming the audio was fake, edited, AI generated. But even they couldn't ignore the timing. The precision, the eerie detail. Then, out of nowhere, Cameron posted on Instagram a single story with the words, "Told y'all the game ain't loyal." Fans lost their minds. Was he confirming it, throwing shade, or just adding fuel for fun? No one knew, but everyone cared. Hours later, another legend, someone with deep New York roots, went live and said, "I don't even like Tokan online. But what y'all hearin' ain't new to me." That sentence alone shattered the internet. Comments like "they all knew." And this been brewing for years. Took over, and just when people thought it couldn't get messier, it did. A journalist from an underground hip-hop site posted what they claimed was a transcript of the full recording. It wasn't just trash talk, it was strategy. It showed Jim plotting to undercut certain artists, to control narratives and play the loyalty card when needed, if even half of it was true. It painted him as a puppet master running psychological warfare behind the mic. Murda's camp reposted the article instantly. "It's deeper than rap." One caption read. That's when Jim finally broke his silence. He went live, shades on, voice calm but trembling. "I ain't got time for this circus. Y'all really believe some chopped up recording over everything I built?" Stop playing. But mid-sentence, his connection lagged just enough for trolls to flood the chat. He's scared. He's sweating. Guilty. He ended the live abruptly, muttering, "Y'all don't deserve explanations." The moment he logged off, clips of the live flooded Twitter, edited with ominous music, zoom-ins on his face. Captions like "the guilt caught up." 'Twas merciless then. An unexpected twist, a new leak. This time, it wasn't audio. It was video. A grainy security camera feed from what looked like a studio hallway. Jim pacing, arguing with someone blurred out. He slammed his phone against the wall, yelling, "You told Murda what?" The voice on the other end was faint but audible. "You can't stop what's coming, bro." That line echoed across the internet like thunder. Memes, remixes, reaction videos, everyone had a theory. Some said it was Murda's team recording payback. Others swore it was someone from inside Jim's circle leaking everything for revenge as the drama peaked. Another blow landed. Menno entered the chat. He posted a cryptic tweet. "Loyalty don't expire, but some people do." Fans took it as confirmation that he too was siding against Jim. Every hour brought new fire. Someone posted screenshots claiming to show text convos between Jim and an anonymous industry exec discussing silencing certain voices. It looked fake, but it didn't matter. People believed what they wanted to believe. And then the breakdown moment came. Late that night, a blurry video surfaced of Jim, alone, shirtless, pacing in a dark room. He looked wrecked. His voice cracked. Y'all think I'm the villain? You think I ain't helped half these dudes? They forgot who put M on. It was raw, desperate, painful. Some fans said it was fake. Others said it was leaked from a private FaceTime. Either way, it broke the internet again. The comment section turned from hate to heartbreak. He sound hurt. This went too far. Bro just needs peace. But by then, the world had moved past sympathy. They wanted closure. Murda went live again. This time he brought receipts, literal printed pages of verified messages that he waved at the camera. He wanna play the victim? Nah. These messages show the truth. You've been moving foul for years. You lied to everybody, even your day ones. Then, in a jaw-dropping twist, he dropped a voice note from someone claiming to be part of Jim's inner circle. The voice said he knew it was coming. He just thought nobody had the courage to say it. The internet froze within hours. Blogs declared it the most explosive hip-hop scandal of the decade. Fans were begging for podcasts, documentaries, deep dives. YouTube flooded with explained videos, thumbnails screaming, "The fall of Jim Jones." Then came the biggest shock of all. An anonymous account uploaded a folder link titled "The Real Story." Inside, alleged contracts, screenshots, unseen videos. Some real, some obviously fake, but all damaging. The folder spread like wildfire before it was taken down. But by then, the files had been mirrored, copied. Then, in the middle of it all, a shocking twist. An anonymous Twitter account dropped a new recording. Not of Jim, but of Murda. The clip captured him laughing with someone and saying, "It's all working. Let him drown." The internet lost its mind. Wait, is Murda lying too? This whole thing was a setup. Who's playing who? The betrayal flipped instantly. Murda's comment sections turned toxic. His followers questioned everything. Was this all a plan to destroy Jim's image? Within hours, Murda went live yet again, this time angry. That clip? Fake. AI voice, spliced up garbage. You can't cancel the truth just because it hurts. But for the first time, doubt crept in. His voice cracked, his eyes darted off screen. People started whispering, "He's panicking." The tables had turned by midnight. Both camps were leaking on each other, text messages, voice notes, receipts, screenshots. A war of exposure. Every post felt like a grenade. The final straw came when a well-known DJ dropped a post saying, "Ain't no heroes here, they both dirty." That one sentence fractured the fandom completely. As the world refreshed their screens for updates, one more mysterious post appeared from the same account that had started it all. A single sentence, "The real tape drops tomorrow." And that's when the internet collectively stopped breathing. The internet didn't sleep that night. Thousands of people stayed awake, waiting, refreshing, watching the clock tick toward midnight. The phrase "the real tape drops tomorrow" had become an obsession. Memes turned into manifestos. Twitter Spaces buzzed with theories. Some said it was all industry warfare. Others claimed it was revenge for something darker. But everyone agreed on one thing. This wasn't just gossip anymore. This was war. At exactly 11:59 p.m., the mysterious account returned. A black screen again. Then a flicker of static and a cold, monotone voice. "This is the tape they never wanted you to hear." A pause. Then chaos. The clip began with laughter. Familiar voices. Jim Jones, Uncle Murda, and a third person, muffled but clearly recognizable to anyone who'd followed their careers. The voices weren't arguing. They were planning. Keep the tension going. "People love drama," Jim said. "You sure about that?" Murda asked. "Bro, controversy equals currency. Let M think it's real." The internet lost its collective mind. If the tape was real, then the entire feud was fake. A publicity stunt engineered to manipulate fans. Within minutes, reaction videos flooded TikTok. Bloggers screamed into microphones. They staged "IT, we've been played." But then another voice entered the recording, someone unknown, calm and chilling. "Don't worry. Once it's viral, we'll bury the rest." nobody will find the real one. That one line flipped everything again. Because if that was true, then what tape were they trying to bury? Within 20 minutes, the clip had been downloaded, dissected, reversed, enhanced. Fans slowed it down and found something shocking: the sound of a door opening at the end of the tape, followed by Murda whispering, "Yo, cut it off. He's here. Who was he?" Speculation went nuclear. People named producers, moguls, label execs, even rappers from rival camps. Every theory spawned new chaos. Reddit threads exploded, each with its own exclusive source, claiming to know what was really on the real tape. Then, the unthinkable happened. The mysterious account posted again. This time, no countdown, just a single video file titled "thetruth.mp4." It lasted 47 seconds. The clip began with shaky camera footage inside a studio. The camera pans to show Jim and Murda, red-faced, yelling at each other. Jim slams a chair. Murda points a finger in his face. "You went too far, bro. This wasn't the deal." Jim shouts back, "You said you wanted it real. Now it's real." The sound cuts, but the next frame shows security rushing in. Phones out, recording. One of them says, "This can't go online." Too late, that clip hit like an atomic bomb. Within 5 minutes, every platform was flooded. Theories flipped again. Maybe the feud started as fake but turned real. Maybe betrayal had become truth. Maybe the entire industry was rotting from the inside. Fans were screaming for answers. Podcasts went live mid-sentence, screen-sharing tweets as they dropped. Even celebrities who'd stayed silent before finally spoke up. One said, "If you think this is new, you don't know this game," another tweeted. Everybody plays the villain eventually. Then, chaos escalated into tragedy. Reports started coming in that one of Jim's closest associates had been hospitalized after a stress-induced collapse. No names confirmed, but that was enough. News outlets ran with it. The feud takes a toll. Fans started panicking, posting messages of support mixed with anger. "Y'all pushed this too far. This ain't entertainment anymore." But the internet never stops. Within hours, a new leak surfaced, texts between two producers saying, "We warned them. There's still one more file out there." That one message reignited everything. One more file. What could possibly be left? By the next morning, the hashtag the final file trended #1 globally. Anonymous accounts teased final footage. YouTube thumbnails screamed, "The tape that will end careers." Then came the drop. An unverified account uploaded a 7-minute clip to multiple mirrors at once. Impossible to track. It's impossible to delete. The video opened with grainy studio footage again. But this time, there was no laughing, no acting. Just silence. Murda sat in the corner, head in hands. Jim stood by the window, pacing. Murda finally looked up and said, "We messed up. We really messed up." Jim turned around slowly. "You think they'll forgive us?" Murda didn't answer. Then a voice from off camera said, "Forgive. They about to crucify you both." The clip cut abruptly. The silence after was deafening. People didn't even know what to believe anymore. Was it real? Edited? Staged? Every outlet was posting different theories. Every influencer had a different inside source. But deep inside the storm, something darker was happening. Old allies began unfollowing both men. Endorsements vanished. A promoter leaked an email canceling a major show. The hip-hop world had become a battlefield of ghosts. Then, the most shocking twist of all. A leaked email, allegedly from a record label executive, hit Twitter. It read, "Do not comment on the situation. Internal investigation ongoing. Potential legal exposure due to unauthorized recordings." Legal exposure. Those two words ignited a new frenzy. Suddenly, people were talking lawsuits, NDAs, sabotage. Some speculated that the mystery voice on the tape was a powerful industry figure now scrambling to cover tracks. And then, out of nowhere, Murda disappeared. His socials wiped. No new posts. No lives. No statements. Just gone. That silence was louder than any tape. Fans started, "Be careful who you trust. Even silence has an agenda." The internet froze. Was that a warning? A confession? A threat? Nobody knew. But within minutes, it racked up 1 million likes. Then, one final shock. The mysterious account that had dropped every leak since the beginning deleted all its posts. Every video, every clip, gone. The page bio changed to a single sentence. "You saw what you were meant to see." Theories erupted again. Some said it was Murda's burner account, now deactivated. Others swore it was someone inside the label, a ghost employee seeking revenge. No one could prove a thing, but that wasn't the end. A week later, during a radio interview, a famous producer slipped up. When asked about the chaos, he said, "That whole mess? It ain't over. There's still footage that never dropped." The host froze. "Wait, what footage?" The producer smirked. "The one that shows who started it all." Then he changed the subject. That single sentence reignited everything. The cycle started again, fans demanding the lost footage, blogs spinning new conspiracies. Every influencer digging for clues. The feud had evolved into a full-blown cultural wildfire. Nobody knew what was real, what was fake, or who was controlling the chaos anymore. But one truth remained. Everyone was addicted. The story had consumed the internet, a perfect storm of betrayal, deception, ego, and viral mania. Careers hung in the balance, reputations burned, and still, people refreshed their feeds, waiting for one more leak, one more twist, one more secret, and just when the chaos seemed to fade, a new anonymous post appeared from a completely different account. The caption read, "Phase 2 begins next Friday." The post had no image, no audio, just those words. Within seconds, it had 1 million views. The storm wasn't over. It had only evolved. And if you made it this far, you already know this isn't just another story. This is history unraveling in real time. The streets are still talking, the files are still dropping, and nobody's safe. Every minute that passes, another piece of truth gets erased, reposted, or rewritten, and you need to be here when the next one hits. Because by the time the mainstream catches up, it'll already be too late. Don't just watch this from the sidelines. Hit that like button right now, not just to show support, but to make sure this story keeps spreading. Every click, every comment, every share keeps the truth alive before they try to bury it again. The algorithms are fighting to silence this, to push it down, and the only thing keeping it alive is you. So drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you believe? Jim Murda? Or is this all part of something even bigger? And don't just scroll past, subscribe right now. Because the next leak, the next voice note, the next shockwave could hit at any second. And when it does, you'll want to be here first. This is more than drama. It's the unraveling of legends. Stay locked in. Stay watching. Because in this game, silence is betrayal and the truth. The truth is coming again. Coming again.